You know how it is. You wake up and check the boat news, and it's all bad. The Strait of Hormuz. Open? Closed? Who knows? Extrajudicial killings in the Caribbean? The hantavirus haunting cruise lines. You need some uplifting boat content, like a video about the Red Hook Regatta, a remote-controlled boat race for both DIY and 3D printed boats. Held at the Louis Valentino Jr. Park and Pier in Red Hook. The day before the race, I went to the Brooklyn location of Make Inspires, a STEAM-focused makerspace for grades K through 12. A few kids were learning about conductivity and electrifying slime. Travis Sluss, Make Inspire's CEO, was finishing up his first ever submission to the regatta. He and his girlfriend Catherine designed it and named it, parentheses long, Island Time.
And it's based off of a tiki boat, like you can see like tourists taking down in Florida. They don't seem to be the most efficient boat shape, and that's why I picked it. Because it's funny. For me, I'm gonna win if it just works.
Well, to make it more challenging for Travis and everybody else, race day was very windy. Around noon, people began trickling in, spectator and boater alike. I stopped at a table where boat makers had left their creations for a design contest to be judged by the public. There were the two major food groups, ice cream and avocado, a floral arrangement in homage to Sully, some cool cats, a big duck, a kraken, and Travis's boat, ready to go. I spoke to a few of the boat makers before the race started.
This is the Aquaholics. It's our first year doing the regatta. Friend Annabella Chen designed all the stickers. We kind of went for a little campy, a little cringy, but fun. Took us a lot longer than we thought.
This is Buttermilk. This is Smooth Technology's entry to the Red Hook Regatta 2026. Partly modeled after my cat Gumbo, and I worked for Pioneer Works back in the day and I started this race, so I've been on the journey for a really long time. Now you look at this collection of boats and they're unbelievable.
Right, so this is the fairy godmother, actually after one of the actual NYC ferries that runs around the harbor all day. Yeah, I was just inspired by those. I love taking the ferry in the summer. It's like one of the best ways to get around the city.
We're Brooklyn Boatworks, and we're a nonprofit organization. We work with students in the New York City middle schools to build 8-foot boats out of plywood that they take sailing on the East River. They're building a smaller 1/4 scale version of the big boats that we build in the classrooms.
Speaking of students, it was finally time for the first race, the education race. These guys paddled out first, to be on hand in case any rogue boats needed saving. And then, we were off. The cohort was composed of students from Harbor High School and Pioneer Works 3D boat building program. There was great passion. Sometimes some confusion.
Wait for the current to turn for us. Yo, where did the other boat go?
Some boats just weren't listening to their captains. Soon the race came to a close. The kids did their schools and Brooklyn proud, and the boat lifeguards made one rescue. In the blink of an eye, we're on to the next race, for 3D boats. Avocado said avocado to speed. The Sphinx referred to body surf. Fairy Godmother, Long Island Time, and Duck started off slow. Fairy Godmother saw one of its parents pass by, and it didn't want to disappoint, so it took off. Something must have lit a tiki torch under the stern of parentheses Long Island Time, because it also started going. That left the Duck alone at sea, until it found a feline companion, who also preferred to take it slow. There was a clear winner lapping the competition. It had a GoPro mounted atop, and the boatmakers shared the footage with me. Feels like winning. Nice. I caught up with the team afterwards, who hadn't yet named their boat.
More worried about the engineering of it. We cannot sink.
The tape we have is waterproof, so it helps waterproof the seams, and pretty much everything else is glued together with epoxy. We certainly weren't expecting to win.
Yeah.
Well, win they did. And it was off to halftime, with dance performances by Flex Dance and Batala NYC. Eventually, people danced their way back to shore for the DIY race. It was a crowded field with boats of various speeds. A spectator to my right asked,
Can you take out another one, crash into it?
Yes, in fact, you can even go for a twofer. First hit Sully, and then Buttermilk. Kraken and Aquaholic wisely avoided the speed demons. Buttermilk, soaked and fatigued, got some help from the lifeguards and made it back to shore. And so we came to the final race for all the marbles, which had the top 25% from each heat, both DIY and 3D. Ice Cream Sundae and the 3D winner got into a tiff. The baddies were still bad, looking like speedboats from Miami Vice. Pinky gave a love tap to Long Island Time and flexed on Aquaholic. Fairy Godmother was knocked over by its parents' wake, and after a final rescue, it was time to celebrate and announce the winners.
The best design for the Aquaholic! Okay, second place goes to... You gotta be kidding me!
Ready for first place? All right, where is Pinky?
So if you find yourself bummed out about boat news, why not build one yourself? Get yourself some enthusiasm, maybe a little plywood, and you might have a shot in next year's Red Hook Regatta.